God says, "This can't be left any longer. Only you can see this. I won't wait for you any longer. This cannot be left any longer, because I am calling you in this very moment with a sense of urgency that carries both warning and deep love. And if you turn away now, you risk missing a shift that was prepared for you long before you understood your own path. I am speaking directly into your life, because only you can see this. And that truth alone means you have been chosen to receive something that others around you cannot yet recognize or hold. I will not wait for you any longer, because the time that was stretched in mercy is now reaching its edge, and what must begin in your life cannot be delayed again without consequence to your growth and your peace. Stay with these words and do not drift away, because within this moment there is a blessing forming, a protection rising, and a door opening that will not stand open forever. Type Amen if you trust God. I am not speaking to create fear inside you, but to awaken you from the quiet places where you have been holding back, hesitating, and waiting for a sign that you already received many times in gentle ways you almost ignored. This cannot be left any longer, because your heart already knows what you have been postponing, and the delay has created a distance between you and the peace I have been trying to restore within your spirit. Only you can see this, because I have set your eyes apart to notice the truth beneath the noise, and I have allowed your spirit to feel the weight of this moment so that you would not mistake it for something ordinary. I will not wait for you any longer, because love does not always whisper softly when the moment demands action, and sometimes love speaks firmly so that you do not lose what was meant to lift you. If this is touching your heart and you feel the pull to stay, take a moment to like this video as a sign that you are choosing to receive what is being given to you right now. You have felt this stirring before, a quiet pressure inside your chest that kept returning even when you tried to distract yourself with other thoughts. And that was not coincidence, but a gentle preparation for this exact moment where clarity would finally stand in front of you. This cannot be left any longer, because the delay has already taken enough from your joy, and the hesitation has already kept you from stepping into the peace that has been waiting for your agreement. Only you can see this, because your journey has been shaped by experiences that trained your spirit to recognize truth even when it arrives without loud signs or dramatic displays. I will not wait for you any longer, because there are blessings connected to your obedience, and there are protections tied to your willingness to move when I call you forward. You are not alone in this moment, even if your surroundings feel quiet, and even if no one else understands the weight of what you are feeling right now. Because I am present with you, and I am guiding you with a hand that has never left your side. This cannot be left any longer, because your next step is not just about change, it is about alignment with a purpose that has been patiently waiting for you to accept it fully. Only you can see this, because I have allowed your eyes to open in ways that others cannot yet understand, and that is not a burden but a sign of trust placed upon your life. I will not wait for you any longer, because every delay creates a space where doubt tries to grow, and I am calling you out of that space into something stronger, something clearer, and something filled with light. There were moments when you thought you missed your chance, moments when you believed that the door had already closed, and that you would have to settle for less than what your heart quietly hoped for. But I did not bring you this far to leave you in that place. This cannot be left any longer, because the time of preparation is shifting into the time of action, and what you do now will shape what unfolds in ways you cannot yet fully see. Only you can see this, because your spirit has been prepared through every struggle, every tear, and every silent prayer that you thought went unheard. I will not wait for you any longer, because what is meant for you requires your movement, your agreement, and your courage to step forward even when the path is not completely clear. Type 1010 to affirm. Feel the warmth in these words, because even within the urgency there is a deep love that is holding you, guiding you, and protecting you from what you do not even see coming ahead. This cannot be left any longer because there are things being arranged in your favor right now, and your response will determine how quickly they come into your life. Only you can see this, because your heart has been quietly searching for something real, something true, and something that carries the presence of peace beyond understanding. I will not wait for you any longer because the call has already been made, and the answer now rests within your willingness to trust, to move, and to believe that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, and not alone. This cannot be left any longer because the weight you have been carrying was never meant to stay with you this long, and the release that is waiting for you depends on your willingness to let go of what has been holding you back. Only you can see this because I have been opening your understanding step by step, allowing you to recognize patterns, moments, and truths that others around you may overlook or dismiss. I will not wait for you any longer because your time to rise above hesitation has arrived, and the delay that once served as preparation has now reached its limit. Could a hidden 7-minute sound wave be the reason why some 80-year-olds still have sharper memory and faster thinking than people half their age? A newly revealed neurowave technique is helping thousands unlock sharper memory, heightened mental energy, faster thinking, and learning from home. This simple 7-second ritual, paired with a powerful audio frequency, is said to reactivate your superbrain wave. Over 19,389 people claim they noticed mental changes after just 7 minutes a day. Click the link in the comments below before it's deleted forever. You have been standing at the edge of something new, something that feels both unfamiliar and deeply right at the same time, and that feeling is not confusion, but confirmation that you are being led into a space where growth and peace will meet together. This cannot be left any longer because staying where you are will no longer bring you comfort, and the place that once felt safe is beginning to feel heavy because you were never meant to remain there forever. Only you can see this, because your spirit has been trained through experience to recognize when it is time to move. Even when your mind tries to hold on to what feels known and predictable. I will not wait for you any longer because the next step requires your agreement, and the door that stands before you will not remain open without your response. Type 222 to receive blessings. There is a quiet strength inside you that you have not fully trusted yet, a strength that has been growing through every challenge, every disappointment, and every moment when you thought you would not make it through, but you did. This cannot be left any longer because that strength is not meant to stay hidden, and it is now time for it to become visible in the way you live, in the choices you make, and in the path you decide to follow from this point forward. Only you can see this because I have allowed you to feel both the struggle and the resilience, shaping you into someone who can carry what is coming next without breaking. I will not wait for you any longer, because what has been placed inside you is ready to be used, and delaying it will only create more tension within your spirit. You may feel a mix of emotions right now, a pull forward combined with a fear of what might change, and that feeling is natural because stepping into something new often requires leaving behind what has become familiar. This cannot be left any longer, because holding on to what no longer serves you will only keep you from receiving what has already been prepared for you with care and intention. Only you can see this because your awareness has been sharpened, and you are beginning to recognize what lifts you and what quietly drains you over time. I will not wait for you any longer because the balance has shifted, and now is the moment where action must follow understanding. There were times when you asked for change, when you hoped for something better, when you wished for a breakthrough that would move your life into a new direction, and those desires were heard and held with purpose. This cannot be left any longer because the answer to those desires is now within reach, and what you once hoped for is now standing close enough for you to step into it. Only you can see this, because your journey has brought you to a place where you are ready to recognize the opportunity instead of overlooking it. I will not wait for you any longer, because what you ask for requires your participation, and the transformation you seek cannot happen without your willingness to move forward. You are not being pushed into something without support, because every step you take will be guided, and every moment of uncertainty will be met with a quiet reassurance that you are not walking alone. This cannot be left any longer, because the longer you remain still, the more you will feel the discomfort of staying where you no longer belong. Only you can see this, because your spirit is already leaning toward what is next, even if your thoughts are trying to hold you back. I will not wait for you any longer because the call has already been made clear, and now it is time for you to answer with trust. Type 333 to claim alignment. There is something ahead of you that carries peace in a way you have not felt for a long time, a peace that does not depend on everything being perfect, but on knowing that you are finally in the place where you are meant to be. This cannot be left any longer because that peace is waiting on the other side of your decision, and every delay keeps you from experiencing it fully. Only you can see this because your heart has been searching for something real, something steady, and something that feels right deep within you. I will not wait for you any longer because what is meant for you cannot be forced upon you. It must be received willingly. Let go of the fear that tells you that you are not ready, because readiness is not about having everything figured out. It is about trusting enough to take the next step, even when the full path is not visible yet. This cannot be left any longer, because waiting for perfect clarity will only keep you standing still while the opportunity slowly moves away. Only you can see this, because you have already been given enough understanding to move forward, even if it feels small or incomplete. I will not wait for you any longer because the moment you are in right now is enough to begin. Everything that has happened up to this point has been shaping you, preparing you, and bringing you closer to this exact moment where a decision must be made and a step must be taken. This cannot be left any longer because your life is ready to shift, and the movement that begins now will carry you into something greater than what you have known before. Only you can see this because your awareness has grown, and you are no longer the same person you were when you first started this journey. I will not wait for you any longer, because what comes next is waiting for you to meet it halfway. Why over 19,389 people suddenly listening to a mysterious 7-minute genius song every day? A shocking brainwave discovery claims this neurowave activates hidden mental abilities that's already inside your brain. People report sharper memory, heightened mental energy, faster thinking and learning after using this simple daily ritual. Some even say it helped them escape brain fog and mental exhaustion. Click the link in the comments below before it vanishes. Only you can see this, because your spirit has been awakened to a level where you can no longer pretend that everything is fine, when deep inside you know something must change. I will not wait for you any longer, because the longer you resist, the heavier everything will feel. And I desire to bring you into a place where peace replaces that weight. You have carried burdens that were never yours to hold for this long, and you have stayed in places that once helped you but now quietly drain your strength and your joy. This cannot be left any longer, because holding on has already taken enough from you, and releasing what no longer serves you will open space for something better to enter your life. Only you can see this, because I have allowed your awareness to grow beyond comfort, so that you would not settle in places that limit who you are becoming. I will not wait for you any longer, because your next season requires room to grow, and that room can only come when you choose to let go. Type 444 to receive strength. There is a shift happening within you, one that is changing how you see yourself, how you see others, and how you understand the direction your life is meant to take. This cannot be left any longer, because that shift is not temporary, and ignoring it will only create confusion that keeps returning until you face it fully. Only you can see this, because your journey has been uniquely shaped to bring you to this level of understanding where truth becomes clearer even when it challenges your comfort. I will not wait for you any longer, because clarity has already been given, and what remains is your response. You are not being asked to be perfect, and you are not being asked to have every detail figured out before you move forward, because perfection was never the requirement for your progress. This cannot be left any longer, because waiting for perfection has already kept you in one place longer than necessary, and the time has come to move with faith rather than certainty. Only you can see this, because your heart already knows what direction feels right, even if your thoughts try to create doubt. I will not wait for you any longer, because growth does not happen in stillness. It happens when you choose to move despite uncertainty. Think about how far you have come, how many moments you survived, how many times you felt like giving up but found a way to keep going even when it was difficult. This cannot be left any longer, because everything you have been through has brought you to a point where you are stronger than you realize, and that strength is now ready to be used in a new way. Only you can see this, because you have lived through it, and no one else can fully understand the depth of what you have experienced. I will not wait for you any longer, because what you have gained through those experiences is meant to carry you forward now. There is something waiting for you that will feel like relief, like finally stepping into a place where your spirit can breathe again without the constant pressure that has been weighing on you. This cannot be left any longer, because that relief is connected to your decision to move forward, and delaying that decision only delays the peace that comes with it. Only you can see this, because your heart has been searching for that feeling, even when you could not fully explain it. I will not wait for you any longer, because the path to that peace is open, and your step is the only thing that remains. Type 666 to release fear. You may be wondering why this moment feels so intense, why the urgency is stronger than before, and why the feeling will not simply fade away like other thoughts have in the past. This cannot be left any longer, because this is not a passing thought. It is a call that has reached its moment of action, and it will not fade, because it is meant to guide you forward. Only you can see this, because you have been chosen to recognize it, to understand it, and to act on it in a way that aligns with your purpose. I will not wait for you any longer, because the timing has already been set, and your response is now part of what shapes what comes next. Let the fear fall away, because fear often speaks the loudest right before something meaningful begins, trying to keep you in a place that feels safe but no longer serves you. This cannot be left any longer, because listening to fear will only keep you from experiencing what has been prepared for you, and the life you are meant to live requires courage. Only you can see this, because your awareness has grown to the point where you can recognize the difference between fear and truth. I will not wait for you any longer, because the opportunity in front of you deserves your bravery, not your hesitation. Everything around you may not change instantly, but something within you will begin to shift the moment you choose to move forward with trust and faith. This cannot be left any longer because that internal shift is the beginning of everything that follows, and without it, nothing else can truly change. Only you can see this because it starts inside you, in a place that no one else can reach or control. I will not wait for you any longer because the transformation that begins within you is ready to start now. What if your brain already contains a hidden power waiting to be activated in just 7 seconds? A NASA-trained neuroscientist recently revealed a strange brain ritual inspired by Tesla research that is helping ordinary people unlock sharper memory, heightened mental energy, faster thinking and learning. Combined with a 7-minute neurowave sound, thousands say they felt mentally sharper almost immediately. Click the link in the comments below before this secret disappears from the internet. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe, and this moment is your invitation to step into that truth without holding back or doubting your worth. This cannot be left any longer because your life is meant to expand, to grow, and to move into something greater than what you have been settling for. Only you can see this because your spirit has already been nudging you in this direction, quietly and consistently. I will not wait for you any longer because what is ahead of you is ready, and it is waiting for you to meet it with open hands and a willing heart. This cannot be left any longer because what you are holding on to has already taught you what it needed to teach, and now it is time to move forward without carrying the same burden into the next part of your life. Only you can see this because your awareness has been growing quietly, allowing you to recognize what is no longer right for you, even when it once felt familiar and safe. I will not wait for you any longer because the longer you hold on, the more you delay the freedom that has already been prepared for you. There is a reason why certain things no longer bring you the same comfort, why certain places feel different, and why certain connections no longer feel aligned with who you are becoming. This cannot be left any longer because you are changing, and with that change comes the need to release what no longer fits into the life you are stepping into. Only you can see this because you are the one experiencing the shift from within, feeling it in ways that cannot always be explained to others. I will not wait for you any longer because growth requires movement, and movement requires the courage to let go of what once felt right but no longer serves your purpose. Type 1313 to embrace change. You have been given signs in different forms, some gentle and easy to overlook, others stronger and harder to ignore, all pointing you toward the same truth that now stands clearly in front of you. This cannot be left any longer because the signs have done their work, and now it is time for action to take their place. Only you can see this because you have been present in every moment where those signs appeared, even if you did not fully understand them at the time. I will not wait for you any longer, because what is meant to begin cannot stay paused without creating imbalance in your life. Let go of the thought that you are losing something by moving forward, because what is truly meant for you will never require you to stay in a place that limits your growth or dims your light. This cannot be left any longer because what you gain by stepping forward will far outweigh what you leave behind, even if it does not feel that way in this moment. Only you can see this because your heart already senses that there is something better waiting, something that aligns more deeply with who you are becoming. I will not wait for you any longer because the path ahead is opening and it is ready to receive you. You are being guided with care, even in moments when everything feels uncertain, and there is a presence with you that understands your fears while still encouraging you to move beyond them. This cannot be left any longer, because staying in fear will only keep you from experiencing the peace that comes from trusting the process. Only you can see this, because the guidance is personal, reaching you in ways that are meant specifically for your journey. I will not wait for you any longer because the time to trust has arrived, and the next step depends on your willingness to take it. Type 1616 to trust the path. There is strength within you that has been quietly growing, shaped by every challenge you have faced and every moment where you chose to keep going even when it felt difficult. This cannot be left any longer because that strength is now ready to be used in a way that will move your life forward. Only you can see this because you have lived through the experiences that built it, and you carry within you the proof that you are capable of more than you sometimes believe. I will not wait for you any longer, because what has been built within you is meant to be expressed, not hidden. The hesitation you feel is not a sign that you should stop, but a sign that you are standing at the edge of something meaningful, something that matters enough to challenge your comfort and your privichki. This cannot be left any longer because staying where you are will not bring the fulfillment you are seeking, and the feeling of being stuck will only grow stronger if you do not act. Only you can see this because the restlessness within you is personal, and it is guiding you towards something greater. I will not wait for you any longer because your life is ready to move, and the moment to begin is now. You are not expected to have all the answers, and you are not required to see the entire path before you take your first step, because faith is about trusting even when everything is not fully clear. This cannot be left any longer because waiting for complete certainty will only keep you from starting, and starting is what creates the clarity you are looking for. Only you can see this because your journey is unfolding in a way that is meant to strengthen your trust. I will not wait for you any longer because the first step is enough to begin the change you need. Have you heard about the secret neurowave that allegedly awakens a hidden super brain wave inside your mind? A surprising brain study claims this safe 7-second ritual can help improve sharper memory, heightened mental energy, faster thinking, and learning naturally. Over 19,389 people worldwide are already using this short 7-minute sound session daily. People who once struggled with brain fog now say they feel more focused and mentally alert. Click the link in the comments below before it disappears forever. Everything that has been placed in your heart, every desire for something better, every hope for peace and growth, has meaning and purpose behind it. This cannot be left any longer because those desires are guiding you toward the life that has been prepared for you. Only you can see this because you are the one who feels it deeply, even when you try to ignore it. I will not wait for you any longer because what is meant for you is already within reach, and your willingness to move will bring it into your reality. Only you can see this because the understanding has been placed directly within you, not borrowed from others and not dependent on anyone else's approval or agreement. I will not wait for you any longer because the call has reached its moment of completion, and now it is your step that must follow. There have been times when you tried to silence this feeling, telling yourself that you would deal with it later, convincing yourself that there was still more time to decide, but that time has now come to its end. This cannot be left any longer because what you have been postponing is connected to your peace, and delaying it further will only increase the tension that you already feel. Only you can see this because it lives within you, not outside you, and it speaks in a voice that returns again and again no matter how much you try to set it aside. I will not wait for you any longer because what is ready to begin in your life requires your agreement now, not later. Type 1717 to choose now. You are being drawn towards something that aligns with your true self, something that reflects who you are becoming rather than who you used to be, and that is why the pull feels so strong and so persistent. This cannot be left any longer because remaining where you are will no longer bring you the same sense of stability, and the discomfort you feel is a sign that you have already outgrown that place. Only you can see this because your growth has been internal, shaped by experiences that only you have lived through and understood in your own way. I will not wait for you any longer because the next step is already within your reach, and all that remains is your willingness to take it. Let go of the thought that you might fail, because failure is not what stands in front of you, but growth, learning, and a deeper understanding of who you are meant to become. This cannot be left any longer because fear of what might go wrong has already held you back long enough. And it is now time to move forward with trust instead of hesitation. Only you can see this because the fear you feel is personal, but so is the courage that is rising within you. I will not wait for you any longer because courage grows through action, not through waiting. There is something important about this moment that you may not fully understand yet, but you can feel it. And that feeling is guiding you toward a decision that will create change in ways you cannot yet imagine. This cannot be left any longer because this moment will not repeat itself in the same way, and the opportunity it carries is unique to where you are right now. Only you can see this because you are the one standing in this exact place, with this exact awareness, at this exact time. I will not wait for you any longer because the window that is open now is meant for you to step through. Type 2020 to receive direction. You have been prepared for this, even if you do not feel completely ready, because preparation does not always look like confidence. Sometimes it looks like quiet strength built over time. This cannot be left any longer because everything you have experienced has brought you to this point, shaping you into someone who can handle what comes next. Only you can see this because you have lived through the moments that built that strength, even when they felt difficult or unclear. I will not wait for you any longer because what is ahead of you is not meant to be delayed. There is a sense of release waiting for you, a moment where the tension you have been carrying begins to ease as you finally step into alignment with what you know you need to do. This cannot be left any longer, because that release depends on your action, and without it, the weight will remain. Only you can see this because the tension is within you, and so is the key to releasing it. I will not wait for you any longer, because the freedom you are seeking is closer than you realize. You are not being asked to leave everything behind without reason, but to move towards something that will bring you closer to peace, clarity, and purpose in a way that staying where you are cannot. This cannot be left any longer because your life is meant to move forward, not remain still in a place that no longer fits who you are becoming. Only you can see this because your awareness has already shifted, and you are no longer the same person you once were. I will not wait for you any longer because what is meant for you requires your movement. Trust the feeling that keeps returning, the quiet voice that continues to guide you even when everything else feels uncertain or unclear. This cannot be left any longer because that voice is not random. It is leading you towards something meaningful and necessary. Only you can see this because it has been given to you personally, in a way that speaks directly to your life. I will not wait for you any longer because the guidance has already been given, and now it is time for you to follow it. Why do some 80-year-olds still remember names and conversations clearly while younger people struggle with brain fog? Researchers claim a simple 7-minute audio paired with a 7-second ritual can reactivate a hidden brainwave linked to mental performance. Thousands say they now experience sharper memory, heightened mental energy, faster thinking and learning every day. Click the link in the comments below before it's deleted forever. You have reached a point where pretending that everything is fine no longer brings comfort, and ignoring what you feel no longer creates peace, because your awareness has grown beyond that place. This cannot be left any longer, because the truth you are facing now is not meant to be hidden or pushed aside, but to be accepted and acted upon with courage. Only you can see this, because you are the one who feels the shift within, the change in how things affect you, and the quiet knowing that something must be different. I will not wait for you any longer, because what you are being led toward requires your full attention now. Type 2121 to accept change. There is a reason why certain thoughts keep returning, why certain feelings do not fade, and why the sense of urgency has grown stronger instead of weaker. And that reason is that this moment matters more than you have allowed yourself to believe. This cannot be left any longer, because the repetition was not meant to annoy you, but to prepare you, to guide you, and to bring you to this point where you can no longer ignore what is being shown to you. Only you can see this, because it has been revealed to you personally through your own experiences and your own understanding. I will not wait for you any longer, because the preparation has already taken place, and now the action must follow. You may feel resistance rising within you, a desire to stay where things are known, even if they are not right, because familiarity often feels safer than change. This cannot be left any longer, because staying in a place that no longer fits you will only create more discomfort over time, and that discomfort will continue to grow until you choose to move. Only you can see this, because the misalignment is something you feel deeply, even if you cannot always explain it clearly. I will not wait for you any longer, because the life you are meant to step into requires you to leave behind what no longer belongs in your path. There is something ahead of you that carries a sense of peace that you have been searching for, even if you did not fully realize it. And that peace is not found in staying where you are now. This cannot be left any longer, because that peace is connected to your decision to move forward, and delaying that decision only delays the relief that comes with it. Only you can see this, because your heart has been reaching for that feeling, even in quiet ways that you may not have noticed at first. I will not wait for you any longer, because the path to that peace is open, and your step is what brings you closer to it. Type 2323 to receive peace. You are not being led into something that will harm you, but into something that will shape you, strengthen you, and bring you into a clearer understanding of who you are and what your life is meant to become. This cannot be left any longer, because staying where you are will not provide that growth, and the longer you remain, the more you will feel the need for something different. Only you can see this, because your awareness has already shifted, and you are no longer comfortable in the same way you once were. I will not wait for you any longer, because what is meant for you is ready, and it requires your willingness to step forward. Let go of the idea that you must have everything perfectly arranged before you begin, because perfection is not what moves your life forward, but faith and action working together. This cannot be left any longer, because waiting for perfect conditions will only keep you standing still while the opportunity slowly moves out of reach. Only you can see this, because you have already been given enough clarity to take the next step, even if it feels small. I will not wait for you any longer, because that step is enough to begin the change you need. There is strength within you that you have not fully used yet, strength that has been growing quietly through every challenge you have faced and every moment where you chose to keep going. This cannot be left any longer, because that strength is now ready to be expressed, and holding it back will only create more tension within you. Only you can see this, because you have lived through the experiences that built it, and you carry within you the proof that you can move forward. I will not wait for you any longer, because what has been placed inside you is meant to be used now. Everything around you may not change immediately, but something within you will begin to shift the moment you decide to move forward with trust and belief. This cannot be left any longer, because that internal shift is the beginning of everything else, and without it, nothing truly changes. Only you can see this, because it begins within you, in a place that no one else can control. I will not wait for you any longer, because the transformation that starts inside you is ready to begin now.